Hello, welcome to D&D. Time for D&D. Revan, aka isn't able to make it. They're retired from work, so we're down one person, so probably a short. God, I myself. Wow, nap. Yes, we could just begin. Whoa, the gang. Mute Among Us. I'm dreaming. Oh, uh, I am pause. Oh. Now, who shall go through the humiliation ritual? I'm free. Whoa. Free is, Tierden.
All right.
Give us a recap.
So yeah, uh, we we entered the what was it like? Basically, we entered like the hidden zone where we first were met with a great skull of that dragon. Inside that skull, there was a creature. I believe it was goblinoid that has items stashed in their stomach fat or something like that.
Yeah.
And basically it like remote controlled the skeleton body, tried to scare people away, but we weren't that afraid of it. After Fia uh, befriended that creature, we ventured deeper inside, and then we went some hidden rooms, one with a binary puzzle. And after solving the puzzle, we entered into this hidden chamber, full of joy and whimsy.
Yeah. As, you also, of course, came across some books which basically mentioned about some people, about a disease that was plaguing over the land, and that, this place was a place to somewhat, protect themselves from the disease. However, one person had to be left behind. Who's it? Oh. But yes, after, opening up the way and such, you enter into what seems to be a pretty large room. The structure itself, like the walls and that, seem to all be basically enclosed with the same sort of white stone, uh, along with, of course, the sort of purple sort of runes on the ground. You notice that in the middle of the room, well, the lines over here, basically these sort of lights, from the left, middle, and right, they seem to almost be that of like coffins, along with a giant sort of weird mechanism within the middle. Oh,
Oh, all right. I look around.
whoa! You see the lights flashing as the room
My
itself
eyes,
seems.
I'm blind.
Oh no! Just don't be blind.
All right.
Open your eyes wider.
I open one of my eyes wider because my other eye is closed by the hair.
It's the dust. Mm.
They say they had 3 people in here. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Each one of the compartments here.
Mm-hmm.
Pods, whatever. Chambers. Walking up on this central thing, does Fia see like any noticeable things to interact with on it?
As you approach the structure closer to look upon it a bit more closely, you see that the sort of gyroscopic sort of structure in the middle has some weird sort of lights that sort of float within it. They sort of move around within, and when you get close, they sort of approach you as you see three different lights. One that's, well, they each bear a symbol upon it. Oh, as one bears the symbol of a hammer, the other of a chisel. Finally, one which seems to be a mouth.
Chisel. Suddenly, I have the feeling of seizing the means of production.
It's communism.
Well, I'm thinking we got a controller here. Turning around, does she see anything on like any symbols on that pod?
As you take a look, the sort of gyroscopic feature is also below the weird sort of pod slash coffin looking thing. As when you look on it, you'll notice that each one bears the same symbol as the one lights in front of you. Abba, chisel, mouth.
Are they in that order though? It's like hammer left, chisel top,
Yeah,
and the mouth in the right.
yes.
There been architecture in the dragon, like main dragon, like the metallic. What was their fraction? The metallic, and there was the chromatics, the metallics, and the gems. So, like, was there like any similarities in architecture?
You could make me a good old history check.
Oh my god, my rules are shit.
Whoa, they were shit in Memento Mori too. as you sort of look around, the structure itself isn't necessarily alien. It does fit somewhat of the chromatics.
This rather seems to be like a chromatic console place, albeit ancient.
Theoden was going off a hunch and took off the hammer from a carpenter tools and tried to basically like trying to detect something with his hammer by hammering around the area here.
Like your own tools?
Yeah. I got carpenter tools.
Like, what are you doing specifically?
I'm basically just taking my hammer and like trying like if it sounds hollow or if there are like if there's
Slightly
something
tapping it.
that sounds weird.
The structure itself, touching like the gyroscope, right?
Basically like the left side here, yeah.
The gyroscope itself is basically made of a sort of metal round disc. The floating sort of orb that bears the symbol of the this one would be the hammer. You notice, of course, that funny enough, it's made of the same light substance as the gyre in the middle. It's not a physical construct. It's more of a glyph, a symbol.
Mm.
The metal itself doesn't seem to dent or make any sort of impact upon it with your tools.
So like I swing the hammer and it goes like whoosh.
But when you swing hammer on it, it leaves no dent.
Yeah.
Draconic around, like any writings.
As you look around for Draconic, there doesn't seem to be any form of writing or anything. The only thing on the ground is just amethyst basically runed into the ground as magic. Rune magic.
Okay. So, chromatic in architecture, but amethyst aspects. Hmm. Hmm. What what do what do we see if we were to walk down here?
As you look off the edge, it's actually weird because when you look off to look at the bottom, you see that the entire bottom section of this place is basically a black sort of liquid down below. You can see that it's sort of moving backwards and forwards down. Like it's moving, basically.
Like water?
Yes.
Okay. If it's like moving, like something's living in there, it's like, oh. So this is like a control panel, is all right?
Yes, as basically Thea was the first one to sort of approach the gyroscope. There's the three sort of light glyphs that are like floating in front of them from the gyroscope itself.
Hmm. Do you have any idea to know how to use this sphere?
No, I've never seen one of these, but I mean, it never hurts to just, and she'll reach out her hand towards it. Wherever the light for the hammer is, she'll reach out towards it on the globe and just touch the globe.
Right. As you basically raise up your hand to touch it, uh you'll see suddenly that the orbs will turn red as you basically hear a voice sort of emanate through as it speaks in Old Draconic. Uh,
Hmm.
it's understandable, but it's basically like the Shakespearean sort of old equivalent.
So like the old English, but
Yes.
old Draconic.
As basically you hear the voice that it goes, "Thy permissions are not applicable. Thou must find the blood. Put blood onto gyroscope. Enter password. Now.
What? What was the password?
Enter password now," is what they said.
The password. Um,
Hmm.
looks through the journal.
Oh,
Is there anything that was left in the journal thing?
as you take a look at the journal, it basically talks about what the whole before as well.
Hmm.
Sorry, disconnected.
All good.
By my fucking notes for it. So as you sort of hear through the journal and such, how it goes into the whole details about a bit the funny. The most that you would get is there's somewhat of three names written within it. Basically gesturing to the sort of people that were left behind, as the section of the book itself isn't necessarily written as a form of like basically not really gesturing to their name, but it's more of written in the fact that it's basically a log in the last section of the
Mhm.
journal. As the names that you get is the following: Casimir Tattoo, uh, Ubarami, and Moroi. As those are just really it what's in the book from whatever else you've really read.
There seems to be names in the back of this journal. Hmm. Oh. If it's like just logs. Wait, I just realized. Oh, never mind. Do you mind if I try to know the password? Try to type a password?
Oh yeah, please. I am. I have no clue.
Well, all right. Is there like a keyboard or something to for me to say?
There is no keyboard.
Kasumi Tattoo.
As you say that, the sort of glyphs and orbs and stuff will begin to somewhat glow as you hear the voice once again, as it simply says, Casimir Tattoo. Login information required. What is your
Wait,
password?
just oh.
You go through the fucking journal post, it's just the insane guy.
Yeah, I have no idea. Do we start looking around?
That should be the password now. I have no idea.
uh,
Well, at that point, Thea will remove her hand from the orb for a bit.
Or they just float
Does
in
it
the
go back
middle.
to? Ooh. All right. Um, she'll just look to the others and say, I if we're wanting to get any further, we'll have to figure out things about them, I guess.
that is true. Should we look around then?
Might as well.
Nods. Alright then. Shall start walking towards here.
Yeah, it's the same, but going up the chisel.
Oh.
Is there any writings on the gyroscopic thingies?
It does. However, of course, it's mostly written for like runic magic of sorts. Uh, as the most that with the whole thing is the funny orbs with like the symbol on it and such.
Have you ever seen this there? Yeah, says the husband.
The voice from your funny guitar horn. Will simply just go.
I'm not necessarily sure either. I know that this structure seems to be old, though. Probably before, since the Fallen had become the Fallen to begin with.
I see. This one was with the mouth, right?
Yes. It's a mouth that is sewn shut.
I don't know if I should play around with this one if it's so shut.
Whoa.
If it's runes, does it have any connections with the rune that we have? The one that we kind of found after the Magnus fucked around?
It's not the funny forbidden room. It's not.
Yeah, it's not the shackle of the crown.
Yes.
Um,
Uh.
hmm. I poke it. I don't know.
As you poke the light room, you'll see that it will glow red. As once again you sort of hear a voice coming from it, as it simply says this: "Access denied. You cannot awaken Morai. Please
Why is
seek
that?
administration."
Where could I get administration?
Please seek administration.
Ugh. And did the book other than insane scribbling and logs, and he said anything said scribblings.
No. The scribbles in the book and such seem, because most of the book is either destroyed because it's covered in old script stuff. The most that you find was, of course, the funny puzzle that you had, which is I can just copy it. This one.
Here lies the truth in the code of 4. There's the light unbroken and the whole one, then the void is repeat but not idle. Well,
Sophia, make me a perception check. Ensure.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Go.
Uh, as you walk to about here, off the edge, sort of in the corner of your eye, you'll notice that there seems to be something different, specifically over towards here, as almost like a sort of glowing sight of sorts. You see a light sort of within the funny darkness. Oh, as when you basically notice the light itself, it seems to be a hand, sort of down below as it's sticking out of the liquid.
Oh.
As yes, it does seem to be holding something.
Her
Thumbs
eyebrows
up, like,
furrow
wondering.
immediately, and she says, "Hey guys, I think we got something over here.
Uh,
Something's down there. Someone.
yeah, liquid.
If
In
it
the
is
liquid.
liquid, yeah."
Well, let's test that then. Is there a random stick in the room?
There doesn't seem to be any sticks in here, as there's a lack of trees.
I grab a random rock.
It's like there's like a pebble on the ground.
All right, then I launch it to the water.
As as you basically pick up the pebble, fucking throw it off the edge. It takes a solid like fucking 20 seconds before you finally hear as it hits the liquid down below. Oh. As you do though, you notice that the splash itself is weird, as there isn't necessarily a ripple in the liquid, but more of the fact that basically when it falls, it sort of hits into the liquid. There's no ripple effect at all, as instead what you see is that it more of converges where it's hit, rather than ripple away.
I could check a little bit more closer.
Well, no, you're fine. I can. I mean, it's not fully in the liquid, so.
Mhm.
And Fia will let out her wings, and she'll go down to it.
Oh,
There's a wall, so I cannot.
I can remove the wall 1 second.
I bang my
Walls.
forehead against the wall.
um,
Through the window.
Ding, ding.
all cool. There you go. There you can.
Whee! And she
I
flies.
sound like a
down.
brother.
Yeah, so she's gonna try to fly down to grab the hand because surely that will be fun.
Well, thankfully it was you that went down, as as when you fly down towards the liquid itself, the hand seems to be fully black. It's corroded down to almost that of the bone and scales and such of as it seems to be a draconic claw. You hear slight noises coming from the liquid itself, some weird sort of moaning of sorts. As what you notice though is that as you basically, the closer you get to the hand, the black liquid suddenly you see as hand-like figures, fully pitch black, attempt to somewhat rafts towards you. However, due to your basically little amulet on your head, they're unable to somewhat approach you. Oh.
Hmm.
My God. But yes, you manage to fly down towards the hand as it somewhat creates like that weird bubble effect where when you're close, it's like the liquid moves out of the way as the hand itself just shows up to about the arm or like the elbow. As the glowing light that you saw seems to be a ring. It has an amethyst gem attached to it.
Well, she's gonna try to grab it, yeah, and
Eat it.
try to get out of here.
Ooh. Alright.
Eat it.
Eat it. Yeah. Fulfill your destiny. 1 second.
Yep.
There it is. Alright.
Surely there's got to be something on the amethyst.
As you take the amethyst ring, sort of slip it off, I'll put it in your inventory. There you go.
Thank you.
You see, of course, that the amethyst ring, as it sort of slips off, as soon as it comes off, the hand crumbles as it liquefies into the rest of the black liquid.
She frowns, but nevertheless, can't do anything about it now. And floats back on up here.
Acquired.
Well,
Hmm.
I didn't mean to show that again. Ugh. I was trying to expand it, but she looks at it a little more closely now. This is the amethyst, like it's the same material as the pods in the gyroscope in the middle. Is that the case?
Yes, along with like the purple runes on the ground, it has the same coloration, same material.
I think we might have our what did they call it? She
Admin
says we're
thingy.
getting to Viva.
They said that mini thingy, no?
Yeah, admin. Yeah, that
Administrative key thing.
exactly. She starts marching past and looks for a second and then puts the ring on her finger.
Hmm. As you put the ring onto your finger, you'll see, of course, that the amethysts on it will begin to glow, and you hear a slight as you feel a stabbing sensation in your hand.
Ugh, what the? She like starts shaking her hand, and
Are you alright?
I oh, the ping distracted me. um, I she starts trying to take it off, and I assume it is not budging,
The ring doesn't come off.
and it's hurting. And she like immediately upon tugging it, just stops and says, I well, that's stuck. Hopefully that won't mean I'm gonna be like that guy. But anyhow,
Woman standing
she'll
emoji.
Trying to reassure Theoden says, don't worry, me fish you out.
oh well, like I'm we're just meaning the whole ashing part, but thank you for the reassurances.
Well, I guess there's not much information about the people inside the pods, coffins. I don't know what this is. So it's a leap of faith. We'll either know it or will not.
Void, are the names also like ancient draconic names?
Yes.
Like, are they okay? Yeah.
Specifically, each one of them also seems to be from a different sort of region name. Katsumitatu is basically metallic. Urubami is chromatic, and Moro is gem. They're different dialect, like place names, dialects.
Is there a rough meaning for them?
You're from the chromatic, so you would actually understand the chromatic one. Chromatic for
Barami.
Ubarami, yes. That has a mixture between fawn and dragon.
Fawn?
Fawn.
Form. Okay.
Yeah. It's a way of saying fawn dragon.
So, for Barami, it seems to be well, I don't know, the person itself, but the name of the name of themselves is Thorns.
Not dragon snake. Fawn snake. That's it.
Oh. A thorn snake. I don't know what the others there.
Would you didn't have any knowledge about it? I don't think so.
No. You're like the worst one because you're from a fucking Druid group.
I'm from around these parts, which is
welcome to my backyard. This is the outback.
You know,
we're out here killing zombie dragons all the time.
Eden, Fear are just like the iPad babies. They have no idea what the fuck's going on in the real world.
I've just been living in the zombie apocalypse for a while. Like,
whoa,
I'm somehow the cheeriest person here.
Since I'm a topaz dragon, how much is the chance that I'm chromatic? not chromatic, that I'm gem.
Well, it's less about
we are all gem.
Yeah, it's less about your heritage and more of basically where you necessarily come from. As for example, Viva, of course, is from the chromatic ones, so they would know more about the chromatic instances rather than, gem and such. Oh. Thea lives in the middle of fucking nowhere, which was mostly controlled by the chromatic stuff since they have the border stuff for it. You live in a fuck-off forest in the middle of nowhere, and Kalgaroth isn't even from here. He's a tourist.
And then Riven's from...
And Riven's also, like, a tourist.
Different dimension, basically.
She's just she's like a student on vacation.
Welcome to South Africa.
That's one of the worst vacations ever, I would say.
But the only way you could really understand the other meanings of the other names is either, of course, get in a fucking dictionary, or what's the word? Comprehend languages or something along those lines that help you understand. Oh.
Unfortunately, we do not have our wizard friendly for that.
Whoa. Your wizard.
I grab Riven like a fucking, what do you call it? Like a fucking mannequin.
Your wizard doesn't even have comprehend languages. they have sending.
Yo, I have that too.
Whoa.
Archmage.
I'm staring at you, Maroi. Listen to me.
It
I
is.
know what you are.
It seems your local wizard that only has a damage shit.
To be fair, we were coming in thinking, yeah, boss fights, yeah, boss fights, yeah, boss fights.
Whoa. But Thea, when you look down towards your ring now, you notice it still has the amethyst. However, now it also has basically some of the gems seem to be somewhat changed, as they seem to match your own.
Oh, okay. Interesting. It looks like she'll look towards the where the person was down there again and says, I think they were an amethyst dragon before. It's
Mm.
okay.
Mm.
You know what? I'm getting stuck on this. She'll start reaching out her hand towards the pond.
I could also
Uh,
check the console.
yeah, that's right. She'll retract it really fast.
Oh,
Waddles this way, still like half looking at the ring because it hurts.
zowie, it's
I'm
sore.
gonna take it off.
Bro, this shit sucks. Reaches her hand
That's
out
right.
again.
Save it.
No, it's just a drip, man. It's fine.
All right. As you reach out your hand, the three orbs will appear again. As as of course the voice that you've heard from before will begin to speak, as it says, "Admin approved. Thou has welcome to the vault. Admin, please choose.
Hi.
Please choose a sinner."
Oh, that changes things.
What does a sinner mean? Naively just walking along, we'll see.
A sinner,
Oh, that changes.
one who governs over that of a land, a lord of it. Thou may only pick one. The others will be used as nutrients for the one.
Hmm.
Would you like
What?
to know more information on the sinners?
Yes. Tell me of Kasumitatu.
Pasamitatu. Symbology, hammer. Kasuin Matatu was a lord of the land of gold. He was that more towards money and benefits to the merchants. He would be great for business and ecological change for that after the disaster. Weaknesses. He's prone to a death frenzy.
Twins.
He must be fed
Death
blood
frenzy.
every week.
Hmm.
And if not, he does what? Attacks people to get blood?
He loses his mind.
Okay. Tell me about Ubarami.
Ubarami. Symbology. Chisel. Ubarami is a dedicated hunter. Thou who hunts dragons, monsters, and many alike. They are specialized in combat, trade, lies, and deceit. An assassin from a dedicated family. They were chosen in order to bring prosperity and safety among those. They do not take payment in money, but instead in knowledge. Law. Urabami has a snake within them, a Ataritsu, as it is made. Due to this, they are prone to having a snake-like nature sometimes.
Understood. Tell me less then of Moroi.
Moroi. They are a benefit, a nobility, one dedicated to that of what's known as an elder dragon, shifting and changing, ones that are natural dragons of sort, the only living relic left of an elder dragon. They are that of royalty. Law. He tends to have a brutish nature and sees those with non-royal blood as below him. Benefit. He is capable of bringing back the royalty of past disaster.
Could you define what you mean by the disaster?
Disaster. Searching. Searching. Found. The disaster is a coming apocalypse that has now already happened, where the land shall be corrupted, taken over by that of the curse. Once the curse takes over, anyone afflicted or taken will lose their minds. The king has managed to create these vaults so that the next generation can allow pinnacles, sinners, to lead the land once again.
How many vaults are there?
Searching, searching, searching. There are 7 vaults in total.
Do they all have 3 sinners each?
Affirmative.
Would they all be of the same would the mechanisms be the same? Should a sinner be revived, it requires the other 2 within to fuel it?
Affirmative.
And there's no other procedures to revive?
There is no need for such revivals of many. Each sinner is dedicated to their own aspects.
May I ask a question?
Admin, listen to her question. System, listen to me. Yeah, whatever. My brain died.
Yeah.
I'm typing it
All
out.
Okay.
You mentioned the existence of other vaults. Do you know the position of each vault?
Affirmative. The coordinates of each vault is within our data link.
May you show us?
Affirmative. Ah. As you suddenly see, as the gyro sort of moves, it's sort of all the different, like, what's these called? Basically like the round discs all move into a flat surface as it basically turns into a table, where you see a projection of the map of the fallen land. Oh,
Technology.
wow, knowledge.
Didn't we have a map? Should we maybe note down?
I was about to do this. 1 second. Just gonna bleep.
Mhm.
As I will mark them down. Uh,
So we're in the endless hunger currently, right?
yes.
Yeah. Oh, there.
And then there you go. You should see it on the map now.
Is it the 4 places?
No,
Yeah,
6.
for it.
5.
There's
5,
7
6.
places in total. You're at one of them.
Okay.
So 6 other
Like one of
ones.
those really.
Wait,
One is in the
didn't we
chat.
start? Didn't we start there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wanna track
Uh,
that, guys?
as
Guys, it's a Metroidvania.
as you look at the map, I can in fact tell you this. The ruins that is here, that is the same place where you fought the giant eagles.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
It was right below you the entire time. Oh.
Interesting.
Good that we didn't investigate further the island.
Mayhaps if we have the time to go back there.
Possibly.
Hmm.
Well, I guess if we're going up to the Pale Expanse, we could take a longer trip and go down to it than up.
I wouldn't mind. So that does beg a question as well. Looks to the system. You say this plan was a part of a whole kingdom's plan of emergency, or a nation, perhaps. What nation was this?
You begin to see as the gyroscope sort of returns in order to answer your question. Uh, 1 second. Still- as basically as it says, the land before it had succumbed to the apocalypse was simply known as the Kingdom of Kalayan.
Was that Kalayan?
Yes,
Leon.
Kalayan.
Is that um was Lyelon important to this kingdom?
The
Which character?
city of import, Leilan, was that of the secondary capital. It was the most expensive place to be built, as it was where trade and foreigners would arrive for expeditions.
Hmm.
Is there a particular reason you chose each location? Just like Lyelon, were they all important?
These were the most beneficial locations and the least points of corruption. Each one is built upon the weave dragons.
Oh my
Closest
god.
to the mother.
Leap of Dragon. Call.
Wow.
Whoa.
Basically, they're built
And
right on
the
top of fucking ley lines.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. And they said
Dragon
that's
wings.
the closest points to the mother?
Yes.
Okay. Is that what fuels the vaults then? The Weave of Dragons?
It protects the denizens from the corruption. Those who arrive with corruption would instead find themselves liquefied.
Looks down. Ooh, I know what the
Yikes.
liquid is.
Uh-oh. Hmm.
Was this considered a last option? Were there other places that were trying to fix the corruption to stop it from happening?
The
Were there any
corruption,
vaults like that?
the
Sorry, I should just thought
corruption
about it later.
was foretold. It was seen by the seer. Many attempts were made at breaking the seal, allowing one to block the apocalypse. None were successful.
The seal. Could you explain that?
The seal, also that of what's known as the vessel. The seal is a biological formation, one which allows them to take on the infection born as one. They can absorb the apocalypse. Too late now, however.
Hmm. 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 Yeah, originally,
Sorry, I'm just thinking up other questions.
yeah.
Are there any other functions we've not accessed yet?
There are 3 functions that you have not afflicted yet.
Could you
One.
explain them?
1. Self-destruct.
Oh.
2.
Nope.
Cleanse. And 3. Release.
Can you define each function?
Self-destruct. This place, along with every other facility, explodes, as it is seen as no longer needed for the new world. Cleanse. Turning each of the sinners of my designated area here into resources. Release. One applicable sinner is released, the others become nutrients.
May I check something with you? If there is anything in your archives or sorts that correlates with what I'm about to say,
Affirmative.
then I will start. The king does not sleep. He is bound beneath obsidian roots, where the stars cannot reach, and the weave bleeds black. His crown is shattered, his breath silenced by chains forged from his own oath. The ichor does not flow into him, it bleeds from him. Break not his seal without the will of the eight, lest the ruin of the sky and scales awaken too soon.
And soon the unborn will arrive, and thus will start the start of the new world, one where soon a new flower shall bloom.
What does that correlate with?
That was the prophecy.
Of the apocalypse on the new world.
Applicable information given. It means that of the new world, one to be formed.
Hmm. Does this king, is the seal of this? He said it was a biological formation.
Negative. The king is the one who leads. They are the one that guides. They are the one that stands. The biological formation is the one that is unborn. Those who should stop the unborn are those who bring the new world.
Thea turns her head to the two of you. Do you think they're referring to the 10? Or what was it actually? How many was it?
The 10,
13.
the 13 fallen dragons.
Mm-hmm. How many unborn were there? Or were prophesized to be?
Information unknown.
It has yet to happen.
Right. Well, they made this before everything happened.
Nods. So this, she just looks in general to the two of you and to the system as well. This writing came from a, what would you call it? A rune of sorts meant to breaking an imprisonment. But that imprisonment, once broken, will bring this new world, new era. Once broken,
Are you saying this place?
no, just generally like if let's say we break the imprisonment, would that bring the prophecy to its fruition?
On with information unknown. The new world is made by those who slay the born.
Play, you say? Is the unborn? You said it absorbs of the corruption, correct?
Relative.
So once it absorbs, if we were to kill it, then the corruption would be gone. Is the prophecy?
The unborn is a signature for those who will bring the new world.
Is
Yeah,
the
then at the
signature?
yeah, then at the small flash of flash of mind there. Didn't we fight when unborn?
We did. Well, one close to that. This is getting weird. You should say that. This is getting weird. So I guess we have a couple of choices unless we have more things to ask.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking about it out loud. So
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and post this so you guys can read all the notes. So basically, that is just. Again, I'll do this so the formatting works correctly. Okay, so we have foretold disaster done by the seers. Oh, that's something. Who were the seers of the kingdom?
The seers, not formulated, not formed with the rest of the kingdom. They were simply here as travelers. The king had asked of them for knowledge. Ones that you record, ones known as recorders.
Also, I'll post the writing for the whole prophecy. Right?
Thank you. Also that. That was from
Yeah.
Mariah, right?
Wait, which one?
That was whenever you were talking to Maroy's capsule, right?
Oh no, that came from the
Journal.
journal. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the first part of the thingy of the prophecy. Brain
Middle
power
of the
100.
A. Okay.
My brain is rotating.
Rotating like this gyroscope thing. Okay, so we have outsiders who foretold the prophecy to Kalayan. Kalayan went overdrive trying to figure out ways to fix it. None were successful. Their last plan was to just make a contingency where there's people who can rebuild it, in hoping that the prophecy will come to fruition and then people would find these to then rebuild after the prophecy's gone through.
Mm-hmm.
So the sinners are the, yeah, okay. So then would it be smart for us, she's just saying this to you guys, would it be smart for us to leave them alone for now?
Possibly.
They are also people from before. They might know more. I
Nods.
mean, and I don't even know how we would choose. I mean, Kasumitatu, we know, would likely be able to bring Lyalan back to some light. Lubarami would help us know a lot about that time, given they always took payment and knowledge. And Roy is, oh, the last of. Has Elder Dragon ever been like mentioned before to like? Is that like a normal thing
You
that
have
Dragons do about?
never heard of an elder dragon.
Okay, and then the MP is like, I presume a predecessor to us, but might have been. If the royalty, then they were small in number even back then.
Well, the very system itself is fairly flawed by the looks of it.
To
The fact that we have to choose.
rise again, the eight must fall, each bearer of the lost gifts. Flame, shadow, rot, storm, mind, ichor, bone, and song must be undone. Only then shall the crown reforge.
Oh, okay, 1 second. Would you mind listing those domains? Thank you.
No.
So Flame is dead, Rod is dead. These are corresponding to 8 of the 13 on our list, at least.
So that we have 2 pieces now.
Also, imagine if we met the Song Dragon in humanoid form just a little bit ago, and then just left them alone. Valithara, we already met you. How you doing?
Ew.
Plays a giant harp.
And you see the dragon of song is like, hi, it's cursed. Look,
Wait, where's again? And the 8
No.
must fall. Each bearer of the lost gifts, flame, shadow, rot, storm, must be undone. Only then shall the crown reforge. Yeah, we have to kill the mover, and then
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Was for us to see the king, right? We have to do that, and so
yeah.
it was Gramug who gave us the whole thing to begin with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Herald of the King. There we go. Okay, so Gramug's likely very fucking old.
Yeah.
If not all of them. I mean,
They're probably older than any of us. So
yeah, they could be from Kylon.
So wait.
I do have a question
That's
for the system, real fast.
mm-hmm.
Outside of the prophecy, what are the significance of the gifts?
Yeah. Emo.
Wait, which gifts again?
She was asking if there's like a significance to the meaning of those 8 gifts, like the lost gifts. If they like meant something to like Kylon outside of the prophecy, like if it was of some like say cultural importance or something of legend or whatnot.
uh, 'cause it will mention this.
Searching, searching, found. The 8 are the ones who bore the titles of knighthood for our king. They are the ones that bear that of a piece of the king's soul when he had split them. Each piece of them requires a vessel to absorb. A heart.
Okay.
Out
we
of
have-
character, didn't we already meet with 3 of them?
Yes.
Yeah, so Ignathrix is dead, Versalian's dead, and then we've met Gramag.
You know, Ambraxis, wasn't that the one we killed
Well, yeah.
to get Ignatrix one? So we have 3.
Right.
One of them, yeah, the shadow. We have the flame, the shadow, and then the rot. I think.
Yeah. Okay, so the first 3 on the list that we were given.
Yeah.
Basically, we killed the second one. The first one suicided, and then
Yeah,
we...
yeah.
Mhm.
My
So,
mind blinked.
though I don't know if that. I don't know. The shadow is kind of a weird one because it's technically from their child rather than themselves.
Yeah.
But you know, small detail.
So we also have 5 who are not a part of the gifts.
Gramag,
One
I
of
think is one of
which
them.
Gramig is one of them, but Gramig's the one that's setting the plan back in motion. Malix, Chandra, like Shadros, and then Ravikel, and Kelfor. Yeah, okay. So I mean, they're listed in order for the ones that aren't a part of it, and then Velthar is a part of the 8.
Oh my god, well, there is a sapphire dragon and their songs.
Spider-Man pose.
You know, like FIFA takes off the mask.
Fucking Spider-Man like pointing pose.
You've been Valfrex the entire time.
Whoa,
Kill me. No.
guys! I should do a Hail Mary question real fast. System, who is Gramig? Whoa.
Implodes.
Insufficient adminship.
Yeah.
Then Malix.
Malix, a simple squire, a knight of Ferra.
Okay.
known for their capabilities of ice magic.
Are they a part of the gifted?
They haven't been knighted
Unknown.
yet.
Hmm.
It said Malex is a squire, which means they're not a knight.
Mhm.
So at least whenever there's oh yeah, did you say squire of like
Valfara.
under their father?
Valfara.
Valfara,
Yeah,
okay.
Valfara.
I need to turn the music down a tiny bit.
Ooh.
Spooky music.
Ding dong.
It's goody two shoes music.
I like the music, that's why I had it loud.
Mm.
Right there. Then I will make this quick and ask, are Shadros, Ravakel, and Kelvor also squires?
Shadros, the guardian of the gate. They are the ones who stood at the forefront of the land. They were the ones who opened the rifts to allow other places to come here. Ravokel. They are known as the one who walks through dreams, the cleric of death and life and reincarnation. They were the ones who had been put in the royal family to rest for many, many, many years for the corruption. And Keovor.
Wait, did you ask Kelvil? Hang on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I asked the
Yeah.
three we knew that weren't knights.
Keovor, the jailer, the one, the executioner, destined to take those who betray the king, the lord, the land, and slay them as a right of justice.
And apologies, just asking one more time. What was the early part about Ravakel? I have the cleric of life, death, and reincarnation about putting royalty to rest, but
Cleric of life, life, death, reincarnation. And yeah, they're the ones who put the royal family to rest.
okay, that was it. Cool. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so we know who they are. They're all very important parts of the
But
I
they're
guess
definitely in that
servants of
position
the
not
kingdom.
because of gifts. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we don't know anything about Gromung because Gromung's even higher than whatever's going on with the system. So,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Wow. Oh, did the seers come from the rifts through the gate?
Affirmative. Visitors from another land. Recorders who record history.
Hmm.
Okay, so
I just realized music's never been playing
on the stream,
on.
no.
It's just been complete silence.
Complete silence.
There we go.
I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
This may be something out of topic, but can you recognize a voice that that I will be providing to you? That she just pressed. That she just activates the talking doll.
All right. As the doll fucking plays.
That is the sinner Ubarami.
The one that was
That's
obviously
the hunter.
murdered. Yeah. Okay. It's
Hunter of
overall,
all. Yeah.
yeah. What the fuck? I see. I don't know, man. The sinners in this one seems kind of a questionable people.
Oh, they're big for a reason.
Uh,
I think, like, out of
Hmm.
character, we should wait until
yeah.
we have everyone just to make a decision regarding what we should do with the actual
Mm-hmm.
release command if we're going to use it.
Yeah.
Liquefy them right now.
That's not a funny word.
Oh, I actually I do have one question. If cleanse were to be activated, where do the resources go?
The cleansing is given to those with an admin privilege in order to that the sinners are not up to standard. They shall be converted to resources for the admins use.
Out of character, basically what that means is you could say, fuck it, let's not release any of them and turn them into items instead, then they appear in the middle of the room.
Mm.
Oh my god. No murder hobo route. Let's
Uh,
go.
Specifically, as I will explain it.
This is through the art of dragonization, the art of turning dragons into weapons.
There's
Looks very cool.
Out of character, you would specifically the dragons would know this. Dragonization is basically the act of a dragon turning themselves into a weapon. This is the equivalent to basically, for them, it's the equivalent to sort of like suicide. Usually when dragons go into a very, very big despair, they turn themselves into these weapons, basically. And these weapons are capable of killing dragons.
Wait.
I look at my guitar hunting board.
I stare at the armor.
Specifically, so usually the only thing that can harm a dragon is another dragon, or a divine element, or a dragonized weapon. So usually, dragon hunters and shit usually put dragons through despair in order to turn them into weapons, so then they can use those weapons to slay more dragons.
Yeah.
What kind of pyramid scheme is this?
But it seems that they have a way to artificially make this happen.
Dang, they're putting in sad movies in the fucking pods just to make them depressed.
Game-wise, Immortals Woe did it. They basically met a rogue who had a pet little dragon, and the Dragon Gunner she was called, and
Yep.
yeah, they Shit's here, so they could actually they were there for that because they were in Immortals Woe, where basically she tried to run away and one of the party members kept on shooting her in the back with Eldritch Blast, and their pet dragon got super sad and turned into a gun. And then that's what Typhoon's art now has. From fucking...
Jesus.
Yeah.
Terrible people.
Oh, yeah.
It was my fault. I was the...
Ah.
I was trying to hold them back at best.
Well...
Jesus.
It's why... Hang on, I can actually just post the art into the actual game session chat, and I'll put it in the spoiler channel. That gun in the art is is like the fucking is the dragon.
Carpet crawl.
Yeah, that's official, by the way. That the fucking Typhoon's artist commissioned that.
Like,
crawling.
how the hell do you control? Basically, how the hell should you react when one of your colleagues kills a hack and then says to the captain of the ship, "Hey, look at this hack," and they crashes the damn ship.
Yes. The sea hags where you see their real face, it kills them? Yeah, they were like, hey, look at this, as they pointed it to the captain, who's piloting the fucking ship.
And that was like our third crash already.
But yes.
That was our third crash.
But regardless, yes, if you choose to cleanse, it instead will turn the free into draconic weapons. And items. Oh.
Are we morally that fucked yet? I don't think so.
Admins, and I'm sorry to say it, but she will not allow that to happen.
I don't think we're morally that fucked yet.
But it will go into more detail for the other thing where it says.
As for release, it is simply you choose a sinner, and in order to allow them to awaken, they must require nutrients given from the others. Stasis is unstable otherwise.
What was the, standard for these sinners to be chosen?
through rigorous testing and applicability, each one were the top of their tests. The one known as Etsumitatu was the richest and went through the test of merchandise, selling a pencil.
You sell me this pencil.
Urabami was tested on their killing methods. Each candidate was given a target to kill. All failed, besides Urabami. And Moroi was chosen since his father had given money to the king as a bribe.
I see. Hmm.
Also, an image of them will pop up as well. Actually, I forgot to post that. As basically this.
Just the hardest.
Yes, this is Katsuma Tattoo. Here is Obama. I don't say the name correct ever. And Moroi.
It ain't even a dragon anymore.
It's the Gigante.
From Monster Hunter. They are now. That makes sense. Blinks.
Wait, do we recognize Ubarami's like armor as being similar to that one lady that's traveling around?
It
Yeah, I
doesn't.
believe.
It does indeed look similar to that of Eclairs.
Okay.
And tell me there's more bold people around.
Or we choose the hotter.
Additional information. If you should choose Moroi, you shall be given 1,000 gold.
Is it? Ooh, you know, you want to choose this one?
looks at the group and just say I can achieve that in a couple times of rest.
Yeah, then just like Theoden really isn't the person who acts based on money. So it's like, is that person really worth that much?
Not necessarily in this place, maybe, I'm not sure.
Wait,
Because Theoden got gifted from Lady Underworld, and I believe I have more.
guys. I'm sorry, my Fia is having a brain blast because I'm having a brain blast. Ubarami's family's still around. It said that Ubarami's like the it's an assassin organization or some killing organization.
I see.
So the organization still exists somewhere. I guess maybe there's only remnants now, but
want to ask the system then if they have any form of connection.
I guess we can try. System, do you know the name of the organization Uberami worked with prior to?
Searching Urabami. Found. It is a faction that was created by one of the first kings as a form of protection. They are known as the
Check. I gotta make sure the name's right.
They are known as the Koheno.
They were protection for the king. Hmm. Like, this might be insane. Do you think it's possible that we are being followed by her? The reason she showed up in those random cities because she's somehow in league with Gramig. I know this is like conspiracy theory talk, but
Not
Herald of the
necessarily out of the
King
table.
and the shadow organization that protects the kings.
Not necessarily out of the table. That's different possibilities. Locks the door real quick.
Door opens up. Ah!
Or maybe she just happens to have similar uniform.
Then let us ask the question then. System, do you perhaps have any archives that mentions the name Eclair?
Searching. You do not have permission to view this.
Looks through fear.
Thea's immediate reaction in spoiler channel.
I guess we do have a follower. Thank you for confirming that, system.
Doesn't respond.
You're not the admin.
What permission is needed for such information then?
Mission required. Rank platinum or higher.
What rank? Who would have such a rank within the system?
Knights of the King, my creator, or king.
Starts waving around with the hearts. Yeah, I'm an Aaron. Yeah, I'm a knight.
Who is the creator of the vaults?
My creator is those known as Searching. Searching. Found. Gramog Ogbarrel.
There we go.
Look the door again just in case.
The door is still open.
Also, there's a cave here, isn't there?
Hmm?
There's a cave here.
And we're in a cave.
Yeah. There's an open wall here.
Oh,
Actually, I might check on something.
okay. What did you say? It was Grandmug. What?
I'll put it in the chat.
All right, thank you.
Where?
I'm just trying to get all our notes down so Easton is not out of the loop because, boy, oh boy.
There you go.
Oh, door. Wait. I just realized something. Oh, look, I don't know if Calgrath has ever said your full name. So. Oh.
Vinty dies in his corner because he cannot meta. What were you going to check out?
And that was just like opening the points. Well,
Yeah, I don't think we're in a position to make any decisions about these three right now. At least with where we're at in the process of all this.
plus I don't know if we have even more space to bring somebody.
Yeah, I feel like some of them would not enjoy the company.
Especially that one. looks samurai.
Oh.
Then shall be back. I need to check the caves unless you're coming with me.
I think I will go with you. There's plenty enough going on here to make me think.
Nods. Are you coming as well, Theoden? Kelgarath. Kelgarath.
I think Apex is being a EP.
Yeah, he mentioned in general, and then he was way more tired than he thought. Should we save the cave for next week?
Yeah, I can say. I can add session here.
Okay.
Up.
My gosh.
Wow.
Looking the system toward lawyers.
Begin. It's the funny ring. You're cursed, Lamel.
Whee!
Not
No,
time to get
I'm
all
not
the
cursed.
rings.
I'm an admin. I have some rank that I've not been designated yet.
I'm the goat.
Easy, just do what Johnny does. He has like a cursed dagger where, like, at the end of every long rest, he has to make a wisdom save. So what he does is I just cast remove curse on himself, goes to sleep, and put it back on the next morning.
So yeah, funny stuff. Basically, back to back sessions, one of our characters got marked with something.
Trump scam guy.
Looks my ear. Huh.
Viva got the bot tattoo, and now Fia has the ring of administration.
Oh,
I looked on my ear.